All right, guys, do I have a fun project for you today? So, you guys have heard me say for years, never use poly bushings. And here I have a real world, real time poly bushing experiment. So let's go back in time, probably 6 years or so ago, when this car used to be white and we put poly bushing strut rods on it. When your wife asks you why you have 2 jacks, this is why. So when you do something for the first time, it's kind of hard to figure out the process of doing it. I thought I could do leaf spring ends, strut rods, then shocks. Turns out I need to do all of them at the same time. So in order to get this strut rod to fit nicely in the trailing arm, I had to unattach the leaf spring again, which is fine. But and then I had to jack it up with this jack. And at this point, I have all the bolts in loosely. I can put the shock on. Once I put the shock on, put the leaf spring back together, and we should be good to go. But I fought a long time trying to get the adjustable strut rod in while the leaf spring was still on, and it just doesn't happen. I think it makes the trailing arm kind of move sideways, and you kind of need it to be loose in order for that to work. But it's in, and we're making progress. Here is the final product. Look how much better it sits in the back. Some might think that that's too high, but that's just about right. The best part is that with adjustable strut rods, it lined up really well in the back. It needs a little bit more, but you can still do it. It's really windy. And last but not least, here's the new intake manifold. Looking really good. The engine bay on this car looks awesome. So yeah, that was years ago. I'm sure you guys remember seeing that video. In the meantime, there's been a lot of work done to this car. It's been painted black. But the main thing we want to focus on is these strut rod bushings. So, I mean, this car has had miles put on it, but not that many. Okay, so not as many as you would think you would get out of a set of these strut rods. So if you look, let's turn my light on. If you look right here, you can see they're basically just completely falling apart. But the craziest part isn't this part. The craziest part is up by the differential. So as you can see, they are right underneath the exhaust, but also the heat shield that comes factory with these cars doesn't actually cover this part of the strut rod bracket because the exhaust is supposed to run here and not here. But look at this. Let me get the tripod out so I can really show you. All right, so I'm gonna move this. You're gonna watch right here and just check out how much movement this has. You hear it popping, and you can see stuff falling out as we go. So you can see the bushing actively collapsing in there as we here's the thing, I put these bushings in, but that was before I knew about the poly. It is not a good idea. This other side's a little better, but it's still trash. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take these out and we're going to try something. We're going to try an experiment. I've heard that the stock bushings, rubber bushings, will press into these aftermarket rods, but again, we won't know until we get it out. All right, let's get this strut rod out. So pretty simple. 3/4 inch nut comes off, the shock then pulls. A tip to do this easier is to lift the whole trailing arm up, because you see the shock doesn't go as far as the arm will drop, so you need to lift the arm up in order to get the shock off easy. Then you let the arm down. After you take this out, I believe this is a 13/16 nut with a cotter pin. You take it off, you put it back on backwards, and then you're able to pound out the shock mount to get that out. Now, in a lot of states, you'll find rusty cars where these are impossible to get out, but being in Texas, this one shouldn't be too bad. Just like that. I've had these out, obviously, years ago, so I wasn't too worried about getting them out, but I know other people have had to have these removed with cutting them with a sawzall, that kind of thing. You can get a punch or an old bolt. And it falls right in your tool cart. So technically these are one use only. They do have knurls right here, but they do have a D shape in the end that prevents them from rotating. So it's up to you if you want to replace them. The purists will say you replace them every single time you remove them, but I think they're fine. All right. Now, sucker out. I think, let's see. There's got to be a better way to do this than just hit it with a hammer, but okay, there's still, I feel like there's still tension on this piece. So I'm gonna try to lift up the trailing arm just a hair. Maybe gotta take the tension off. Let's try again. Well, this bushing on this end is actually in really good shape. So this bushing right here, there's no issues with this side. I mean, it's not even beginning to fall apart. It's so strange that like literally 1 out of 4 has a chance of living. But this bushing, yeah, it shouldn't do that. Oh, that's too hard to do by hand. Oh, lost it. Oh, yep, exactly what I thought. So this is what we removed. We had the inner sleeve and the 2 caps on the end and no bushing left, completely gone. So that made this tire lean in way too much, and I think it was rattling around really, really bad. Weird that this one's totally fine. But now what I want to do is I want to see if the factory rubber bushings won't press into this. See what we can do about that. Alright, so we have it here on the bench. I've gone ahead and cleaned out the inside with Scotch-Brite Carb Clean. So here is a factory rubber bushing. So this one I actually kept in the freezer. It's brand new. We're going to see if we can't press it into here. So in reality, it would be best to use a hydraulic press for this. I don't have one. I really need to buy one. But since this is just experimentation anyway, we're going to try to do it in vise. See if it works. I know, I can hear all the comments already. Get yourself the right tool. I know. But again, this is just proof of concept more than anything. Alright. Alright, we got it most of the way in. We're gonna have to figure something else out for the rest of it. So you can see it's a little wider than this, but we need to make it go in so it's even on both sides. So let's get out my assortment of sockets and see what we can find. Again, if you have a press, would be probably recommended. But this is just proof of concept and more than anything. All right. Nope. Don't like that. Are we even? Let's go one more push. One more push. There we go. All right, look, it worked. All right, just like that, look, we have this adjustable strut rod, which was useless and I would have put it in the trash, to now having something that will work. Now I just need to figure out if we need the washers for this or not. Should be, we probably need them. See if we can find some. Here's the other side. I was able to take the center of the other one and just tap this one right out. Like there was nothing holding it in. And then these bushings, they should just come right out. It's so strange that one side's completely gone and the other side is just fine. And honestly, I think the main reason is just gonna be heat. I think the other one, was heat and this one didn't have any heat. Definitely not rubber, but we'll put the other bushing in and this arm can go back in the car. All right, in order to make these work, you need these. So these are special washers. You can see they have the little flange on the inside. What they do is they sit and they grab the inside of the rubber bushing like so, like that. They just sit in there. And you don't need them on this end because you see how that's tight in there? And when you tighten the shock mount, it'll tighten that up. But you're gonna need them on the other side. So you see how I have a little bit of play? That will also do kind of the same thing. When you tighten it up, it'll squish it, but you need those washers in there in order to grab the bushing and have the bushing actually do its job. So most of the time, if you're doing this upgrade, you're taking stock strut rods out and putting these in. So you can just grab your old washers, throw them in, and be done. All right, let's work on this other side. And let's see what these bushings look like. They're gonna be worse, I can promise you that. Oh, whiff. Swing and miss. That's what that was. Coming out. See, this is what I don't understand. This one wasn't near heat or anything along those lines. So why is this one so crappy when the other side was perfect? Explain yourself. gonna have to undo the other side. Wish I could get you guys like up in here, but I can't. You're gonna have to live here and just watch all the crumblies fall. All right. Well, this one's better, but it's still trash. Which is funny because this one was by the exhaust and it's just crumbling away. This one was not by the exhaust and it's almost non-existent. I don't know, man. I don't know. So here's a little better look at these bushings. So again, this one was not by the exhaust and it's almost gone. Pretty much almost gone. I might just push it out with my hands. The only thing that was keeping that in there was the washers. And this one was by the exhaust and it's, I mean, it's not in good shape, but it's in a lot better shape. But again, these are just. So again, is it heat? I don't know. Is it sitting? I don't know. Is it just crap quality? I don't know. It's probably all of the three all together, but we can put regular bushings in it and we can still have these really cool adjustable rods. And the best part is I don't think I'll have to align it when I'm done because these are already where they need to be. You know, this diameter is the same, the bolt diameter is the same, so it should line up just like it did. All right, yes, I broke down and I bought me a press so you guys can't make fun of me anymore in the comments. So we're gonna try this Harbor Freight unit out. Basically, the cheapest one you can get is what I got. So, yeah, we're gonna need a little bit lower, I think. One level down. This is the only one they had, so this is the one we're gonna use. We're gonna use a socket to press this sucker in like that. Ooh. There it is. Yeah, that's easier than a vise. You told me so, comment section, you told me so. There it is. Perfect. Oh yeah.